We're going to start with the daily SPX chart. Now, there are a couple of things I want to glean from here. First, as you can see, the bands have now tightened around this region here. We have just been going sideways now for months. So the market is likely going to be making a decision soon. My expectation remains for one more drop lower, and then we will see what happens. Take note that the MACD still has not yet reached the minimal target I would expect. Ideally, I would expect it to be hitting the secondary target here, right here, this line here, or even deeper. So, and that would reset the market for what could be that C wave higher, depending on how deep the two goes. 9,000 may be the lower end. It could be 9,500. Again, we'll have to see how deep the wave two goes. And that's only assuming that it is the blue count that's pointing us higher. I don't have anything telling me that the entire structure is done. Normally, if we had completed a 5-wave structure, especially as a diagonal, the reversal usually is quite unmistakable. It is sharp, it is strong, it is powerful, and it would resolve in a move back down towards here in a relative, doesn't mean it's going to happen in a month or two, but it would be a relatively rapid decline. We're not seeing anything like that right now. All we're seeing is what seems to be a corrective consolidation. So I have zero indication right now, other than being able to complete a full 5-wave major structure. I have zero indication that the market has actually hit its top. So we are leaving this very well on the chart for another rally. What I want to see a bigger pullback, of course, and then I want to see a 5-wave rally off that pullback low. If that's the case, I will adopt the blue count, which seems to be pointing us into 2027 for a 5-wave C wave to complete this long-term structure. Okay, so until I actually get the 5-wave structure off there, I'm going to still be quite hesitant. If we get the 5-wave structure off there, then the corrective pullback thereafter is going to be a major buying opportunity. Okay, so that's what I see on the daily. Let's take a look at the 60. Not too much of a difference. The 60 just gives us a little bit better outline of the potential triangle that I'm tracking here for the B wave, followed by a C wave down. Could this already be the 1-2 in place? The answer is yes, it's possible. There are just too many things that I have at issue with it. But I'm going to show you one thing about the NASDAQ that does give it a little more bite, that this could already be the 1-2. In order for me to even consider that at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to take out the C wave high. And then should we get through the 382 extension here, then potentially that would probably put the final seal on it. But I want to point out one thing. Let's see if we can pull down to here. I want to point out one other thing. Normally, wave 1 of a wave 3. So I'm going to change this a little bit here. Normally, wave 1 of a wave 3 will normally target anywhere from the 382 to the 618 extension. Sometimes it extends all the way to the 764. In this case here, if this is the 1-2 that we're trying to track here, the 2.0 extension for that is pointing us up to the 618 extension here of this bigger 1-2. If that's the case, then you'll probably get a bigger yellow wave 1 of 3. That it's going to take you up towards the 8,000 region, and then you'll get this pullback. If that's the case, this is going to be likely your buying opportunity. But I'm just going to tell you, should we break out through 77.28, 77.30, let's round it. It makes it much more likely that we have begun the 3rd wave And I still would look for one more pullback in that third wave. But if that's the case, with this shallow of a wave too, which didn't even get to the 3A2 retracement, that's going to point you really high. That's going to give you a 9,500 minimum target. And with the 2.0 extension at 9,800, that becomes the more likely target. But I'm going to say again, this is only an alternative count at this time. This is going to have to be proven much more strongly than anything I'm seeing right now. It's going to have to be proven for me to adopt it. And it gives you a lot of room on the upside once you get over 77.30. So there's still time. There's plenty of room. You don't have to think the market is absolutely going to run away without you just yet. The first thing you have to do is you're going to have to take out this resistance here, which is about 75.80. 75.80 is your line right now. Okay, over 75.80, that yellow count opens up. I still have a hard time adopting it for a number of reasons I've outlined many times in the past, but you have to at least be aware of it right now, especially with how shallow the pullbacks have been over the last 2 years in the S&P 500. Ideally, I'm still looking for my ideal structure is I'm still looking for another push higher for an E wave. Could we drop down for more of a D wave and then get our E wave? Absolutely. As long as we're over 72.94. This triangle can still continue for several more days, believe it or not. It can even take us till the end of the week. So it could take more time until this completes. Below 72.94, I think we're probably in the C wave already as an ending diagonal, targeting the top of this box, 7,100 region. Okay, that's the S&P.